I'm so sorry. Okay. I'm so sorry. Why do you keep moving back? Sorry. Okay, ready?
I can't do that. Try.
I like Amy's gloves personally. She always plays the dead body. I don't know how it works out like that.
Okay. That sounds bad. Contaminating these children. Sorry.
So close to me.
I am freezing.
Don't step back. Stay close to me.
Okay, don't touch me. Oh, my hands are numb.
They have isolated the cause and say that it was an intentional act by someone who was spreading the
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I'm evil.
It's okay.
Thank you.
There will be no Armageddon. There will be no sudden ending. We will see our children grow, and theirs grow after them. For 50 years we awaited the future with a mounting sense of fear. Our path to the next millennium seemed certain to be lit by the bright lights of a nuclear conflagration. But now, as we raise our eyes, we see that we have almost made it to the year 2000 and beyond.
The Third World War, I believe, will actually be a civil war.
There will be no Armageddon.
The end of the world is going to come after this war. There will be people out killing each other, ravaging on the streets, total chaos. And that is when the one true, pure thing will come back and stop it all.
There will be no Armageddon.
I don't know what the end of the world would be like. I mean, it's never happened before. You can't picture something that's never happened before, so. It'd just be really, really scary, you know? It's just like you know you're going to die.
There will be no Armageddon.
More and more people are coming into this world, and more people are getting crowded together. And after a while, how I see it is, once people group together and they live their whole life in a little area with a bunch of other people, and they're all in poverty, and they've all experienced the same thing, it's kind of dehumanized people. It's the same way with animals such as like the tiger or a lion or an elephant or any kind of animal out there. If there's just thousands and thousands of them, people don't care about them and they kill them. But it's the same thing once there's just a few left, like a few panda bears, a few tigers. Now all of a sudden everybody's worried about them. That's how it is with people too. The more people there are, the less important we become.
There will be no Armageddon.
Creo que después de la Tercera Guerra Mundial todos vamos a desaparecer, y no precisamente por bombas nucleares y esas cosas, sino por el odio que ha ido creciendo estos últimos años dentro de muchas personas. Creo que mucha gente inocente va a pagar las consecuencias de una Tercera Guerra Mundial, y creo que solo van a existir pequeñas cucarachas e insectos. Y también creo que una Tercera Guerra Mundial no tiene por qué existir si todos ponemos de nuestra parte y queremos vivir en paz.
There will be no Armageddon.
I don't know really what's going to happen when the world ends. When it happens, I think it'll be a bunch of people running around angry because they're going to die and they know they're going to die. So I think it's just going to be a lot of people scared. So scared they'll do anything, even if it hurts other people.
There will be no Armageddon.
Well, I don't know. The end of the world for me, it would be really chaotic. Everybody would be trying to leave, but it's like, where are you going to go? You can't really just drive into the next town because that'd be blown up or dissolved or whatever. People would be, I don't know, like atoning for their sins. There'd be a whole bunch of religious things going on. Just total chaos, really.
There will be no Armageddon.
When I think about the end of the world, I get tears to my eyes. it's the apocalypse. You don't know what's gonna happen. It's scary. It's like you know you're gonna die. I don't want to die, but I don't want to be immortal. There's nowhere to go. You stay in your house because you know the end is coming. It's just like sudden death. So I guess it wouldn't hurt.
There will be no Armageddon.
Après une guerre mondiale ou une guerre nucléaire, je pense que tout sera réellement purifié. Et tout sera comme au commencement de la vie et de la terre. Et tout sera magnifique. Mieux qu'aujourd'hui. Et on aura vraiment besoin de purifier rien du tout. Tout sera hermétique, homogène et impeccable.
There will be no Armageddon.
It'll seriously change the world no matter where you live. It'll change your perspective on life. And, I don't know, maybe even your perspective on humanity.
There will be no Armageddon.
Personally, I believe that the end of the world isn't going to be death and destruction and everyone's dying in this bloody carnage. I think the end of the world is going to be more of a relapsing back into a dark age where technology isn't the thing that's keeping the world running. It's more of the humans' will to live that will keep the world running instead of just the day-by-day rat race that we live in today.
There will be no Armageddon.
The end of the world, I think, will just be a bunch of people happy because we're all going to live in unity or whatever afterwards. And I'm not scared of it at all. I think it'll be a time when everyone will come together and act as one.
There will be no Armageddon.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the KMSO Evening News. I'm Larry Frost. Tonight's lead story, a mysterious illness is baffling Missoula. 3 children were hospitalized yesterday when they were struck by an unknown illness. A press release from the hospital says that the children were displaying symptoms resembling the Ebola virus. The 3 children, Sally Hayes, Missy Buchanan, and Billy Sims, all showed similar symptoms, but none of the 3 had prior contact with each other. Before yesterday, they had never met. Now they are brought together by a strange and tragic set of circumstances. More to come later in the broadcast. Next up, sports.
Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Summer, winter, spring, or fall.
5, 4, 3.
No!
You're about to enter a new era in television.
Day in and day out.
We interrupt this program for some shocking news. Earlier today, an anonymous caller notified the authorities that while hunting just outside the rural settlement of Lone Rock, Montana, he found a dead body lying on the ground not far from a stream. When he entered the town to call for help, the scene was completely deserted. He entered a nearby home and found a horrifying discovery. Here is a tape of the 911 call he made.
Oh my God, they're all dead. Everyone is dead. Lone Rock, everyone in Lone Rock is dead.
Shortly after that call was made, the police arrived on the scene and confirmed the caller's message. We're going to join Tim Ricken on location in Lone Rock. Tim.
Thanks, Larry. I'm here in Lone Rock, and where the body count continues to rise. No one here is willing to guess what caused this tragedy. Many brave men and women are keeping a vigil here while they try and sort out the details of this horrendous occurrence. One question continues to be asked. Why here? Lone Rock is primarily a town for elderly men and women, a peaceful retirement community touched by the hand of death. For KMSO, this is Tim Ricken reporting.
Thank you very much, Tim, for that live report in Lone Rock. Our hopes and prayers go out to the families in that community. On a more positive note, the 3 children who were hospitalized last night are beginning to show signs of recovery. The doctor said the 3 exhibiting signs of the earlier stages of Ebola contamination seem to be responding to a mixture of antibiotics and steroids. Dr. Wolf says it's too soon to tell if the children are completely out of danger. We will keep you posted on both of those stories as they develop. Now back to our regularly scheduled program.
Part of the reason that it's so powerful is that it's not considered education.
In one sense, the most powerful propaganda system is that which doesn't allow itself to be recognized as propaganda. And I think advertising is that kind of system.
A new twist on the already bizarre events surrounding the Lone Rock tragedy. Now to Janet Williams. She joins us live from St. Jude's Hospital for more on the new developments.
Thanks, Larry. I'm standing here with Dr. Ann Mansfield in front of St. Jude's Hospital, which has been quarantined until more is known about how this deadly virus is spread. Dr. Mansfield is an expert on the Ebola virus and has some startling information linking the Lone Rock tragedy with the 3 children that had taken ill just a few days before. Dr. Mansfield?
Yes, Janet. It seems that the virus that contaminated Lone Rock and infected the children are the same. This particular strain is a genetically engineered mutation of Ebola that seems to attack the immune system of its host at an accelerated rate. The virus transmits itself through direct contact with someone infected, possibly through contaminated water. It seems the older one is in years, the harder it is for them to fight off the infection. The age group most at risk is between the ages of 40 and 80. Between the ages of 20 and 40 are also at risk, but it seems that under that, the virus is manageable, although at this point it is uncertain.
Have you any recommendations for the viewing public?
Yes. If you are in any one of the at-risk age groups, it is important for you to drink only bottled water and stay away from potentially hazardous water sources. Please call St. Jude's if you develop a sudden fever, intense vomiting, or bleeding from the nose or mouth. It's important for any infected person to get to the hospital immediately.
This is Janet Williams reporting live from St. Jude's Hospital. Back to you, Larry.
Thank you very much, Janet, for that report. Rest assured we will continue to bring you coverage of this shocking story as it unfolds. Next, we will have weather.
But can they really get inside my head?
We're now here at Big Sky High School, and we're going to ask some students what they think about this epidemic. So what do you think about this dilemma?
Oh, well, I think it's totally cool and all. You know, it's kind of a drag that all those people are dying. Yeah, but, you know, at least I get to hit the ball all day.
What about your parents? Aren't you worried about them?
Whoa. I've never really thought about that. They're pretty old, too. Do you think they'll get sick? All right, dope you.
Oh, excuse me, what are you most worried about with the new Lone Rock virus?
Well, it's really bad timing in all counseling school because I have SATs to study for, and that's the most important test of my life. But it'd be really bad if my family caught this. You don't think they're gonna get sick or anything? Oh.
So, what do you think about this epidemic?
Oh, well, I hope they don't cancel practice with the big game and everything.
Hey, are you the people who are doing the Lone Rock thing, the news? Hey, this is like really inhumane what you guys are doing. I mean, this is real people we're talking about here. I mean, sure you guys have to cover the news and everything, but you guys are just going too far.
This is real life. It's not a made-for-TV movie.
Yeah, really. Can we turn off?
A breakthrough has been made in the so-called Lone Rock virus. The Center for Disease Control has brought in experts, and they have found an antivirus similar in composition to the Lone Rock strain of Ebola, and the antivirus is effective at combating the deadly virus, as well as inducing no harmful side effects. The antivirus has been introduced into the watershed, and the surrounding area should be completely eliminated from danger in a matter of a few days. In a related story, the FBI has come up with multiple leads on the origin of the Lone Rock virus. They have isolated the cause, and they say it was an intentional act on the part of someone. This conclusion was reached when the enforcement agents found a single broken vial at the starting point of the Blackfoot River. The suspects have yet to be identified, but authorities say they are optimistic that a suspect will be identified and arrested quickly.
It sells values, it sells images, it sells concepts of love and sexuality, of romance, of success, and perhaps above all of normalcy to a very great extent.
We have just gotten word that the Lone Rock virus mystery is about to reach a conclusion. Our Tim Ricken is on location now with more. Tim, take it away.
Thanks, Larry. After a long and intensive investigation by the FBI, they limited their suspects down to 3 microbiology students at the University of Montana. After finding the student that matched their profile, the police are ready to apprehend their primary suspect. We're reporting live here to observe that apprehension.
Sheriff's Department! Freeze!
I'm not very happy about this thing, because I think this is boring.
Well, if you put a TV there, this will become a bottleneck, because people try to stop and watch.
Right, exactly.
So what we can do, though, is just turn this into...
Right, right.
Touched by the hand of death. For KMSO, this is Tim Ricken reporting.
Thank you very much, Tim, for that live report in Lone Rock. Our hopes and prayers go out to the families in that community. On a more positive note, the 3 children who...
There will be no Armageddon. There will be no sudden end. We will see our children grow, and theirs grow after.
It'll seriously change the world no matter where you live. It'll change your perspective on life. And, I don't know, maybe even your perspective on humanity.
There will be no Armageddon.